Hi there, signs of Leo. This is Kim here to do a reading next 48 hour. Hope you're doing really well. Thank you so much for joining me. Getting into your reading as I open for your spirit team, your angels to join us as we get messages, and hopefully they lift you up. That's the point. All right, Leo. Leos, for Leos. It is May 2023. Moonology Manifestation deck is what we're using first. And then I'm going to use Vice Versa Tarot. What you got for Leo? Focus on the positive. This is actually one of my favorite illustrations in that deck. In the whole deck. It's so pretty because the colors, they have that warm brown with the purple and kind of like fuchsia colors. It's really pretty. So new moon in Sagittarius. Focus on the positive. Focus on the positive. So because it may be easy to focus on something that's not positive, right? It's usually the things that we want to correct or change. So this is just bringing your attention back to the positive. Oh. Okay, what else do you have for Leo? Can you get one more? And practice gratitude. Two really good suggestions. Last quarter moon in Sagittarius, practice gratitude. Two cards about with the Sagittarius. So it might be something kind of rather enlightening at this time, or it might be about forgiveness. Time to release your blocks. Time to release your blocks. Okay, since we got a block coming up, then I know what we should do. We're going to use Vice Versa Tarot, and we're going to pull a breakthrough spread for you, Leos. Let's see what the pattern is. What is it that you keep running into? What possibly is a block, or is your block? Messages for Leo. Messages for Leo. So the breakthrough spread, which if you've been on this channel, I do it quite a bit. It's there's 6 spots. First spot is your pattern or your block, whatever it is that you keep running into, having issues with, and then the challenge, and then we have the breakthrough card. This should give you your breakthrough. The power card is number 4, and 5 is your outcome. 6 is the action that Spirit is recommending. Okay, so we don't need to do reversals because these cards have 2 sides. Just FYI. Tell me, what is the pattern for Leos? What is the pattern that we're going to look at? Oh, okay. Something come into. What is a pattern? Well, it is your card. It's the 5 of Wands. So Leo is 5, 6, 7 in the tarot, and so you could say that's one of the lower energies of a Leo. It has to do with really kind of fighting your way to the top, and it might be there might be some kind of competition. There may be a lot going on too. So I mean, can you imagine the distraction of that, like a natural disaster while you're doing something else? So I would say maybe pettiness, arguing, hurtful words. What's the challenge for Leo? What's the challenge for Leo? Running into, look, you can even say it's like running into haters. You could say that. What is the challenge? Oh, the Page of Swords. Okay, so the Page of Swords here, if it's your challenge, Leo, then it has to do with communication and how you communicate. I think being a Leo myself, I definitely think that there could be a chance of being too blunt. Or, you know, even if something's like, well, I was just being honest, there's still a way to do something with tact. And sometimes, Leos, we get so, you know, sometimes we get blunt. We tell it like it is, you know, sometimes. So it has to do with your communication, or opening up communication. It could have something to do with somebody spying too, or looking at you, you know, viewing you. Tell me about the breakthrough. Ooh, something heavy. It's the rebirth card. Wow, wow. Yes, 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 yes. Yes. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. The breakthrough is within work. It's within work and how you're doing, and, you know, crafting your skill, getting good at your craft, getting really good at what you do, putting your all into your work, and then it's like a rebirth. So the breakthrough is that you're able to take something that completely was dead, and I can totally relate to this, something that was completely dead, and then be like, no, you know, I'm going to do what I love, or I'm going to do something really good. And there you go. So working out, work, a rebirth with your work. Scorpio energy, maybe I was going to say maybe Virgo too. So this is good, but it can definitely signify that you come to a pattern where you have competition in work, and sometimes we can let that really get, so sometimes the challenge with this card is, are you going to meet the other person like fire? You know, usually fight fire with fire, unless you just want to put it out. I guess you can fight it with water. But so there's just saying to be cautious, because things can kind of explode. Things can get fiery. Fiery. But you will have a breakthrough. You will have a breakthrough, and it does have to do with something that you're really good at. Maybe you haven't even discovered whatever this is that you're very, very good at. You may not even know that you're very good at it. It's kind of interesting, isn't it? Like, so they have the death card, like this is the traditional side, and then on the rebirth, they have this lady dancing naked in between two pillars here and the sun. This is like also about a choice. It's about what you want to build on, and what do you want to be good at, because I'm seeing that as just being so free and like liberating. What's your power, Leos? What's your power? So remember to be so thankful every time that something goes your way. Remember, there was a lot of competition to get to that point, and you need to be proud of yourself, no matter what. Being proud of yourself, no matter what. So this is your power card. Okay, so what's coming to me is that you've come from a place, whoever is watching, or the Leos that are specifically watching this reading, it's coming from a point of rather being a letdown and letting somebody down, being a disappointment, not coming through for it. So that it hurts a Leo's pride. It would be something you'll remember. So your power is that nobody can see this coming, because they're just expecting whatever it was that, you know, that maybe hurt your pride and didn't work out the first time. And it's like turning that completely around. It's not expected. Dependability coming through. And maybe there's just some kind of short pause too. And maybe it's saying, hey, you know, if you've been working on your patience, then good job. All right, what is the outcome? Number 5. What is the outcome for Leos? outcome for Leos. Justice, but it's in the reverse. Outcome for Leos. Justice in the reverse. And the scales are on the floor. And the sword is in a crack. And it's so old at this point. Something is so old at this point. Okay, so we're definitely coming back to that one. I will clarify with that one because I'm not seeing this as an injustice. Okay, so yeah, we're going to get some clarifying. So what is the action intended to take? Intended action. And you have the butterfly too. And it happens to be a white butterfly. It's like a sweet surrender. Sarah McLachlan song. 9 of Wands. That's interesting. This 9 of Wands is interesting, guys, because this one is a little bit different. This one has the wounded soldier as he is. He's still alert, but there is a distraction. It might be one of, like, watch for the distractions on the way while you're trying to guard something or have perseverance. There could be a distraction, even lust, even lust or something like that can be distracting, and that's what it's actually talking about. So it's not even purposely quitting, but in a way it's like just getting so distracted that you're pulled off. So you have to watch out for that. So yeah, I think that's more of a be careful for that. Right. Let's get mystical. You know what? No, let's not get mystical. Let's get regular tarot to clarify. Regular tarot. Let's see what we've got. So tell me more here, Spirit, about the pattern. We have the 5 of Wands. And then, you know what? Sagittarius energy. So that's interesting. That's interesting. Okay, 5 of Wands. Give us more information on the pattern for Leos, for dear Leos. Give us information on the pattern. It feels like there's a message coming through that there's something that it feels like something that you have never done before. And I mean, maybe you're doing it now, but there's something that it's like it's never been done before. And don't judge it harshly, like the ups and downs. You know what I mean? Like don't take the ups and downs too close to your heart, because there is a lot apparently of competition. We have financial gain or windfall. We have the pattern being about self-reliance, independence, financial gain, a windfall. As long, I feel like, as like you have this belief in yourself, it's so important. And as long as you're trying to communicate good, putting in your efforts. Look, because these two people, they're both putting in a lot of effort because they're competing. And so effort. I posted something on Reddit the other day, and it got returned to me. It's the first time I ever posted on Reddit. I know that's kind of like, I've had it for a while, but I don't post on it usually. And it gave me a message back that said it had to be removed because it was a low effort, I think it said like a low effort submission. And I was like, oh, well, if that's not a sign. So this is maybe a reading that says, come on, let's get to work. Let's put some more work into this. More hard work. Tell me about the Page of Swords. Ooh, another 5 of Wands. Whew. So the pattern you run into is your challenge, because there's a test of being strong, being strong, having confidence, during hard times. Wow, practice makes perfect. And then you got the good news. Wow. 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 Whew. Your challenge. Can you do this? Keep communicating until it comes across the right way. Or keep working on communication. Practice makes perfect on whatever it is that you're doing. And I'm getting that as practice makes perfect because the Four of Wands is like actions taken towards meeting some kind of goal. So you could be like, well, I play tennis, so wouldn't it have been wonderful to be #1 tennis player or whatever? And so practice makes perfect. So this is really putting in that work, and then bam, you get the good news because of it. You're beating out the competition, mainly here because of practice and optimism. So my main message to you is do not lose that. Do not lose that optimism. Right. You could also have a child, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, or a child, Leo, Aries, or Sag. Leo, wow. Strong energies, really good energy. Putting your head into your work, practice makes perfect. That's the main message I have with that 8 of Pentacles. That's your breakthrough. And looking at each day as a rebirth. Each day is a chance to have this work perfected the way that you want it. You know what I mean? So it's like every single day gives you a chance to do that. It's the dawn of a new day. So put that work into your work, your skill, your craft. All right, so your power, didn't see it coming. Didn't see it coming. All right, Knight of Coins. Ooh, 5 of, yeah, you know what? I see that. This is your power. I tell you what, it is your power. You know why? Because once you have been labeled like not dependable, or you have been labeled going through a tough time, like financially, if you have gone through the hardest of hard and you have beat it, then now it's your power. What your struggle was is now your power. And what you failed at are things that you not only can improve, but excel at. That's your message. And look, King of Wands on the bottom. So, and also this is that energy, like if you've ever been, you see how these people like have that back to you. If you've ever been treated like an outsider, or like you don't belong, or like you're not supposed to be part of this group type of, you know what I mean? This is you absolutely taking all that energy, which can be really dark when you have to transmute that. But you're transmuting it into something absolutely beautiful. With the Death card in reverse and the 8 of Pentacles, you're taking being an outsider and having some things that not go through the right way, end up being your strength. That's beautiful. So take that as your power here. Tell me about your outcome. I want to know why the scales are on the floor here with this outcome, because I'm going to kind of reading this a little bit different than I would Justice in the reverse. Oh. Change. Okay. Sometimes this is about quitting something. What is it about quitting or change coming in? Tell me more. Tell me more, because that's the 9 of the 9 of Wands. Both are about like kind of conserving your energy, taking your energy from one thing and putting it towards another. So tell me about this. Give me more information with the 9 of Wands for both of them out here. Might have something to do with loving relationships. This can be something new. Something can be off balance, and it's asking you to withdraw your energy from something that is very off balance. You have the energy, and make sure you know that your main energy here is not to quit on work and what you're working on. But there may be some things where if they're not balanced, then they go, and then something new comes in, and that's the way I'm seeing it. Ace of Cups, loving new beginning. So what about the action, since there is like not really taking action on this? Nine of Wands, is the action distraction? Yeah, okay, it's pointing out again that there's something that is off balance. You can go through the ups and the downs, but there's no need to stay in this energy. You've already beat it once before. I feel like, in a way, this is saying, like, in a way, you're punishing yourself. Making yourself almost feel like something worse that you've been through. I don't know why you would do that. I mean, I don't know. But off balance, whatever is off balance, there's going to be a need to be very flexible to bring this back into some kind of balance and harmony. You have the Two. It's associated with partnerships, choices, decisions, change. And when I was doing the pre-shuffle, the card that said be open to change came out. So this is like telling you, hey, be open to change. The issue, if the issue is needing the money, like if that's what this is, then there you go. You have a chance here. You have a big chance to heal everything. Yeah. Four of Swords in the reverse. Work until you're exhausted. All right, now I'm going to get some messages from Leo's angels, specifically with the tarot, and then we're going to go into tea leaves and maybe do another oracle card. So give us some beautiful messages. Angels, what can we use really from your advice? What can we use to help us with work and with the rebirth? Practice. King of Swords. Make sure. So you have good news here, but they're saying make sure that you have somebody, like, the challenge is that you're wanting to receive some kind of good news. It's going to come from somebody who's an expert or who knows exactly what they're talking about, that's represented by the King of Swords. It's also going to take, if it's not that, then it's you being the expert here with the Eight of Pentacles and really putting in the hard discipline and the obedience to your craft and your skill. It feels like something's going to get turned right around for you, is what it feels like. And that could be Aquarius energy. Wow, yeah. Something's going to happen fast, too, with the Knight of Wands. So I feel like something's going to really speed up for you in that sense. Yeah, let's do some cards. What do I have? 23 minutes. Okay, so let's do some tea leaves. I have some in the shadow cards. It's rare in a day that I bring out those shadow cards because they're kind of heavy. But I'll bring out the shadow cards so we can see maybe what someone wants to say to you, or that hasn't said to you, what they want to say to you. New home. Maybe the challenge is about a new home too, with this being like, you know, big milestones being met. New home, new attitude. I got a new attitude. Broom. I have door. Opportunities are waiting for you. Opportunities are waiting for you. But congratulations on the patience. Flowers, happiness. This is, by the way, this is also, this outcome is letting go of something that you didn't think was very fair, or that didn't end up being very fair. It's letting go of that, and it's accepting the new opportunity. Table, hard work ahead. There you go. And that's exactly what it looks like you're planning on doing. A reef, sorrow over a loss. Sorrow over a loss. And that might be some feelings that you're still feeling here with that, with those energies. I have the other pack, or the other half of it. I've got a new attitude. You feeling kind of sad? Period of ill health or depression? Ugh. Don't I know what that is? And I feel for anybody going through that. These type of readings really helped me, just because the positivity is kind of what you need to keep and bring into your life, and the hope, especially when it feels like there's no hope. And hopeless is that this fly energy, period of ill health or depression. This can also be a challenging energy of somebody spying, because I look at flies and I'm like, spy, there's a spy. Metaphorically, when I see flies, I think there's a spy. So then I see owl, good advice from a wise person. That might be this King of Swords energy. And remember, a wise person can be anybody. An old soul can be in a 10-year-old body telling you some advice that is just absolutely wonderful advice. So you need to give everybody the benefit of the doubt there. Dark man, dealings or relationship with a man with dark complexion or dark hair. And then I have ink pot, problems that need to be resolved. But I see them being resolved because it feels like the energy is going to be pulled from something that was not balanced. Okay, so the shadow. In the shadows. All right, so these are statements, either stating how you feel or how somebody feels towards you that hasn't said it. It's the things that haven't been said, basically. It's called In the Shadows Oracle cards. Give us some in the shadow messages for Leo. I was careless with you. I was careless with you. I wondered how far this would go. And I want to tell you so much. I want to tell you so much. I know we have a soul connection. I know we have a soul connection. Whoa. Aw. And I'm sorry. And I'm sorry. One more. I don't need your approval. I don't need your approval. I need to focus on my healing. I need to focus on my healing. And that's what I've got for that part. Let's see, anything else that I have? Maybe. No, I think that's about it. Otherwise, oh, well, we can do Wisdom of the Oracle. So to say everything else I have goes into deep. So yeah, Wisdom of the Oracle cards. These are light. Closing out Leo's reading. And Leos, if you want a private reading with me, just reach out. My email address is in the description box. Time for a nap. And with depression, sometimes the rest or naps or sleeping is the way, it's in a way comforting. So I could see that. So maybe watch out with how much sleep you're getting. or careful not to get too much. And of course, getting enough too is also an issue. One more. One more. New life. Look at that. New life. This new life card can bring, and look, chaos and or change in the wind, sorry, on the bottom. The new life is bringing new life to usually a new manifestation, or it can be literally, with some people, it can be literally. So that is what I've got for you, Leo. Send you love and light. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.